Hey guys, Brian Hilliard here, author of the best-selling book, Networking Like a Pro, and creator of the popular program, How to Expand Your Reach, Impact More Lives, and Get Your Message Out to a Wider Audience. Now, as you can see, I am out here in Carver's Creek. This is a trail that I have not normally been on. My girlfriend's over at the house. She decided to stay home here today. I just kind of went out by myself just to kind of relax a little bit. And I gotta tell you, it is a fantastic day. It is not too cold, not too hot. It is just like the Goldilocks planet. And today, though, I am so fired up because we are going to talk about mastering the money conversation, and specifically 2 words that can help you master the money conversation. Because for a lot of people, they struggle with this. They struggle with being able to talk quickly and be able to engage people quickly in moving towards actually working with you. And it's not that they're trying to maneuver people into it, but as a coach or a consultant or a service practitioner, what happens is things feel awkward for them. Things slow down. And, I tell people, listen, it doesn't have to be that way. Imagine a reality where you are talking to someone who is interested in your service, you're having a money conversation, and you're able to transition into it in a real smooth conversation, in a real smooth fashion. Being able to talk about what you do, describe what it is in a way that is not salesy or over the top or anything like that. And imagine a world where you are actually able to get people to consistently say yes to you during the enrollment conversation, versus a situation where a lot of people, I know I struggled with this myself, where, you might be struggling. You might be thinking to yourself, boy, this is going great. And then the money part comes up and things start, feeling awkward and you don't want to be salesy. No. We are going to talk about 2 words that can help you be able to do that and really help you master the money conversation. And those 2 words are competence and confidence. Now, if you've heard me speak in the past, you'll know that I talk about this a lot. If you've heard my podcast, Brand and Grow Your Coaching Practice, by the way, you can check that out on iTunes. You've heard me talk about this. Competence and confidence. What happens is a lot of coaches, a lot of people get on the phone or they're talking to a prospective client, and what happens is they have a lack of confidence in their ability to talk and engage in an enrollment conversation. And because of that lack of confidence, it comes across as a lack of competence from the perspective of the actual end user. Okay, so what happens is you're talking, and this has happened to everybody, right? You're talking, you're having a good conversation, and then you start getting a little nervous. You start getting a little bit, whatever, and you lose the confidence in your ability to have an enrollment conversation. Well, what's happening is the person who's listening to you and watching you, they're like, oh, well, that sounds interesting, but boy, it sounds like this person's getting nervous. I wonder if they are competent enough to be able to help me. And you see, as you obviously is the case, it becomes a self-fulfilling, negative, vicious cycle. So here's what you want to be able to do real quick. I'll just give you a real quick tip. When you go into a, enrollment conversation, absolutely make sure that you are 100% prepared. Well, Brian, I am prepared. What do you mean? No. Write down some questions that you're going to ask. Write down some points that you're going to make. Take a look at the overall objective of what it is that you will have in terms of working with this person. Brian, my objective is to get them as a paying client. Of course it is. But what's your objective working with them as a coach? Well, for me, it's being able to get people out and be able to reach a wider audience. For me, it's being able to show people how to, part of that includes getting paid speaking engagements. For me, it's all about being able to help them master the money conversation, because there's some things that you need to do foundationally before you can get out to a wider audience that will help you be more successful. Okay, so write down those points. Well, Brian, I already know those points. Write down those points. Brian, I know those points. Write down those points, okay? That way, when things are going during the call, you can be, and don't be afraid to reference your notes. Be like, hey, listen, I jotted down some notes. I had a client of mine actually who said this, a young lady out in Canada. She's in British Columbia. And she's like, yeah, you know what? I saw you with your notes, and it really, that really made me feel good that you were prepared and that you wanted to move forward. Obviously, she worked with me. All right, so that's what you want to be thinking about in terms of the 2 words for mastering the money conversation. And by all means, feel free to like, share, or comment below. I take a look at all the comments. I personally address them. And if you have anything that you want to talk about, just put it right there below. But in the meantime, my name is Brian Hilliard, saying so long, take care, and thanks so much for your time.